Android evolution. The Android HTC 2065.0.8.0.0 is the earliest known board of Android. Screenshots of this board were posted to a blog in 5 May 2012. Android HTC 29V86.0.9.0.0 is the earliest available board of Android. Screenshots of this board were found in an article from Android Police, which was taken by Chris Callow. Android MV-IC20A is the second earliest experimental board of Android. It was demonstrated in the Android demo on 11 November 2007, showcasing an HTC Sooner prototype running the surgeon. The Android SDK was released the next day on 12 November 2007. Android MV-IC22A is the second MV beta board of Android, released on 16 November 2007. It's similar to MV-IC20A with some bugs fixed. Android MV-IC36A is the third MV experimental mode of Android, released on the 14th of December of 2007. The emulator scheme has been changed from TVGA-L and 20 times 240 pixels to HVGAP and 20 times 180 pixels by default. Android M4R-C5 is a milestone 4 beta board of Android, released on the 18th of December 2007. This version of Android was used on the HTC Sooner HTC EXCA300. So I'll have to keep scrolling the text to get this version going. Android MCRC14 is the first M5 beta board of Android, released on the 12th of February 2008. The UI has been redesigned with updated icons, a new look and feel, and a menu in the bottom right. The menu shows Contact, Download, and an All button that shows all programs installed. It is also the first board to include the notification area, with sliding down from the top wall, so nothing but just a white background with no text. It now supports SD card images up to 128 gigabytes. Most of the issues from MV-IC20A have been resolved. The wallpaper settings are not final, so the user will get an unsupported accent message instead. Android M5RC15 is the second M5 beta board of Android, released on the 3rd of March 2008. There are no new features and changes in this board, but the bug with incorrect handling of BMP images has been resolved. Android 0.9 was released on the 18th of August 2008, along with the respective SDK for app developers. It is the first version to use Android 1.0 UI. It also adds many of the sounds and ringtones found in 1.0, albeit mostly in stereo as opposed to mono. It is the final experimental version of Android OS. Android 1.0.1 is the first stable version of Android, released on 23 September 2008. The first device to use it was the HTC Dream. It still has DevTools and a new program called API Tools. Android 100R2 was released in November 2008 and included more bug fixes and some new features. Google Sync was added, allowing over-the-air synchronization with Gmail, Calendar, and People. A settings tab was also added as well. Android 1.5 is the version of Android released in 2009. It has bug fixes, support for individual keyboards with text prediction, and a user custom words. For Android widgets, application views can be embedded in other applications such as the home screen and periodic updates. Video recording and playback in MPEG-4 and 3GP formats. Auto pairing and stereo support for Bluetooth, HTC, and AAC profiles. copy and paste features in the web browser. Use the picture zone for favorites and contacts. Specific dates as timestamp zone or events in call log, and one-touch access to a contact card from a call log event. Animated screen transitions, auto rotation option, new stock boot animation, ability to upload videos to YouTube, ability to upload photos to Picasa, ability to check phone usage history. Android 1.6.0 was released in 2009 with features. Voice and text sent features enhanced to include bookmark history, contacts, and the web. Ability for developers to include their content in search results. Multilingual speech synthesis to allow any Android application to speak a string of text. Easier searching, and the ability to view app screenshots in Android Market. Gallery, camera and camcorder more fully integrated with faster camera access. Ability for users to select multiple photos for deletion. Updated technology for CDMA/FDO 102.1x VBNs and a text-to-speech engine. Support for WVGA screen resolutions. Speed improvement in searching and camera applications. Expanded gesture framework and a new gesture button development tool. Android 2.0 has new features like expanded account sync, allowing users to add multiple accounts to a device, synchronization of an email contact. Microsoft Exchange email support with a combined inbox to browse and email from multiple accounts in one page. Bluetooth 2.1 support. Ability to tap a contact's photo and select to call, SMS, or email the person. Ability to assist all saved SMS and MMS messages, with the added ability to delete the oldest messages in the conversation automatically deleted when a definite limit is reached. Numerous new camera features, including fast support, digital zoom, scene mode, white balance, color effect, and macro focus. Improved typing speed on a virtual keyboard with a smarter dictionary that learns from more users and includes contaminates extensions. The first browser UI with bookmark thumbnails, double tap zoom, and support for HTML5. Calendar, Zender, view enhanced, showing attending status for each invitee, and the ability to invite new guests to events. Optimized hardware speed and revamped UI. Support for more screen sizes and resolutions with better contrast radio. Improved Google Maps 3.1.2. More motion events class enhanced track multi-touch events. Sensitive touch support API in download recording has existed at the time. Addition of live wallpapers, allowing the animation of the home screen sound images to show movement. 2.0.1 Minor API changes, bug fixes, and framework behavioral changes. 2.1 Update Minor enhancements to the API and bug fixes. Speed, memory, and performance optimizations. The Android 2.2 Folio. Additional application and speed improvements implemented through GIT compilation. Integration of Chrome's V8 JavaScript design to the browser application. Support for Android Cloud and device messaging. C2DM service enabling push notifications. Improved Microsoft Exchange support, including security policies, auto discovery, GAL lookup. Calendar synchronization and remove remote wipe. Improved application launcher with shortcuts to phone and browser applications. USB feffing and Wi-Fi hotspot functionality. Option to disable data access over a mobile network. Updated market application with batch and automatic update features. Quick switching between multiple keyboard languages and their dictionaries. Support for Bluetooth-enabled car and desktops. Support for numeric and alphanumeric passwords. Support for file upload fields in the browser application. The browser now shows all frames of animated Just the first thing for installing applications to expandable memory. Adobe Flash support for high PPI displays up to 320 PPI, such as for 720p screens. Gallery allows users to view picture stacks using a zoom gesture. 2.2.1 updates, bug fixes, security updates, and performance improvements. 2.2.2 updates, minor bug fixes, including SMS routing issues that affected the phone in the top, the Nexus One. 2.2.3 updates, 2 security updates. 2.3 updates, updated user interface design with increased simplicity and speed, support for extra large screen sizes and resolutions, WXCA and higher. Latest support for SIP VoIP internet telephones, faster, more intuitive text input on the video keyboard with more improved accuracy, suggested text and voice input mode. Enhanced copy/paste functionality, allowing users to select the word by press holding, copying, and pasting. Support for near-field communication. Support for NFC, allowing the user to read an NFC tag embedded in a poster, sticker, or advertisement. New audio effects such as reverb, equalization, headphone virtualization, and bass boost. New download manager, giving users easy access to file any downloaded on the browser, email, or another application. Support for multiple cameras on the device, including a front-facing camera if available. Support for weapon/VPA video playback and AAC audio encoding. Improved power management with a more active role in managing applications that are keeping the device awake for too long. I have support for native code development. Switch from YAPS to XT for our newer devices. Audio, graphical, and input enhancement for game developers. Concurrent garbage collection for increased new support for more sensors, such as gyroscopes and barometers. First Android version to feature an Easter egg. It was an image of the bug droid standing next to a zombie gingerbread man, with many more zombies in the background. 2.3.1 updates, improvements and bug fixes for the phone on the top. 2.3.2 updates, improvement and bug fixes for the phone on the top. 2.3.3 updates, several improvements and API fixes. 2.3.3 updates. Wait, no. Android 2.3. Wait a minute. Android 2.3.4 updates. Support for voice or video chat using Google Talk. OpenAccess library support. OpenAccessory was introduced in 3.1 Honeycomb. At the OpenAccessory grants 2.3.4 added support when connecting to a new USB peripheral with compatible software and a compatible application on the device. Switch the default encrypted.ssl to AES256 to RC4MD5. Except spontaneous reboot on the Samsung Galaxy S Plus. 2.3.5 updates posted. Improved network performance for the Nexus S4G, among other fixes and improvements. Fixed the Bluetooth bug on the Galaxy S. Fixed the Wi-Fi crash on the Samsung Galaxy S Plus. Improved the Gmail application. Settle animations for lists growing. Camera software enhancements. Improved battery efficiency. 2.3.6 updates posted. Fixed the voice search bug. Android 2.3.7 updates posted. Google Wallet support for the Nexus S4G. Let me type something in there. Optimized tablet support with a new holographic user interface. Removed again for the following year in the version 4.2. New Easter egg. And the Tron theme Bumblebee. And the system bar, featuring quick access to notifications, status, and soft navigation buttons. available at the bottom of the screen. Added the action bar, giving access to contextual options, navigation, widgets, or other types of the content at the top of the screen. Simplified multitasking. Tapping recent applications in the system bar allows users to see snapshots of the tasks underway and quickly jump from one application to another. Android 2.1 updates posted this and another. Redesigned the keyboard, making typing fast, efficient, and accurate on larger screen sizes. Simplified, more intuitive copy and paste interface. Multiple browser tabs replacing browser window. Plus some autofill and new incognito mode. The line somewhat anonymous browsing. Quick access to camera exposure, focus, flash, zoom, front-facing camera, time-lapse, and other camera features. Ability to view outputs in full-screen mode entirely. Easy access to thumbnails for upper photos. New to paying context UI and fast scroll to letters or easily organize and locate contacts. New to paying a main UI to make viewing and is now more efficient, allowing users to select one or more messages. Hardware acceleration, support for multi-core processors, ability to encrypt all user data, HTTPS stack evolution, improved for server name indication, SN9, file system and user space, views, kernel model. This allows applications from having to write access to secondary storage, memory cards, or devices with internal primary storage, outside of designated application-specific territories. Full access to primary internal storage is still allowed through a separate application-level permission. Android 3.1 posted UI refinements, connectivity for USB accessories, USB on the go, expanded recent applications list, resizable home screen, widgets, support for external keyboards and pointing devices, support for joysticks and gamepads, support for FLAC audio playback, high-performance Wi-Fi lock, maintaining high-performance Wi-Fi connections when the device screen is off, support for HTTP proxy for each connected Wi-Fi access point. Android 3.2 posted improved hardware support, including optimizations for a wider range of tablets, increased ability of applications to access files on the SD card, e.g. for synchronization, compatibility display mode for applications that have not been optimized for tablet screen resolutions. Display support functions, giving developers more control over display appearance on different Android devices. 3.2.1 posted bug fixes and minor security, stability, and Wi-Fi improvements. Update to Android market with automatic updates and easier to read terms and conditions text. Update to Google Books. Improved Adobe Flash support in browser. Improved Chinese handwriting prediction. 3.2.2 posted bug fixes and other minor improvements for the Motorola Zoom 4G. Android 3.2.4 posted pay-as-you-go for 3G and 4G tablets. 3.2.6 posted fixed data connectivity issues when coming out of airplane mode on the US 4G Motorola Zoom. 4.0 posted major refinements to the Holo interface with the new Roboto font family. Soft buttons from Android 3.x are now available for use on phones. Separation of widgets in the new tab listed in a similar manner to applications. Easier to create folders with a drag and drop style. Improved visual voicemail with the ability to speed up or slow down voicemail messages. Pins to zoom functionality in the calendar. Integrated screenshot capture, accomplished by holding down the power and volume buttons. Improved error correction on the keyboard. Ability to access applications directly from the lock screen. Improved copy and paste functionality. Better voice integration and continuous real-time speech-to-text dictation. Face Unlock, a feature that allows users to unlock handsets using facial recognition software. Automatic syncing of browser with users' Chrome bookmarks. Data usage section and settings that lets users set warnings when they upload to certain usage limit, and disable data rules when the limit is exceeded. Ability to shut down applications from reach on the reach list with a swipe. Improved camera and application and with zero shutter lag, time-lapse settings, panorama mode, and the ability to zoom while recording. Bold photo editor, new gallery layout organized by location and person. Refresh the People application with social network integration, status updates, and high-resolution messages. Android Beam, a near-field communication feature allowing the rapid short-range exchange web bookmarks, contact info, directions, YouTube videos, and other data. Support for the WebP format. Hardware acceleration of the UI. Wi-Fi Direct. 1080p video recording for stock Android devices. Android VPN framework. AVF and Sun, but not SAP. Kernel mode. Kernel modal. Prior to 4.0. VPN software required rooted Android device. 4.0.1 posted, fixed minor bugs for the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. 4.1.2 posted, fixed minor bugs on the Verizon Galaxy Nexus. The OS launch was later delayed in December 2011. 4.0.3 posted, numerous bug fixes and optimizations, improvements to graphics, databases, spell checking, and Bluetooth functionality. New APIs for developers, including a social stream API and the context provider. Counter provider enhancements. New camera application enhancing video stabilization and QVGA resolution. Accessibility refinements such as improved content access for screen readers. 4.0.4 posted, stability improvements, better camera performance, smoother screen rotation, improved phone number recognition. Android 4.1 posted, smoother user interface, with sync timing across all drawing and animation done by the Android framework, including application rendering, touch events, screen composition, and display refresh, triple buffering in the graphics pipeline, CPU and pulse boost, synchronizing touch to VinSync timing, enhanced accessibility, bidirectional text and other language support, as installable keyboard maps, expandable notifications, TLS v1.1 and v1.2 added ability to turn off notifications on an application-specific basis. Shortcuts and widgets can be automatically rearranged or resized to allow new items to fit on home screens. Bluetooth data transfer for Android Beam. Tablets with smaller screens now use an expanded version of the interface layout and home screen used by phones. Improved camera application, multi-channel audio. The Fraunhofer FDK AAC codec becomes standard in Android, adding AAC 5.1 channel encoding/decoding. USB audio for external subjects. 100 audio singing, also known as gapless playback. Ability for other launchers to add widgets from the application drawer without requiring root access. 4.1.1 posted, fix a bug on the Nexus 7 regarding the inability to change screen orientation in any application. 4.1.2 posted, lock/home screen rotation support. One finger gestures to expand/collapse notifications, bug fixes, and performance enhancements. 4.2 posted, lock screen improvements, including widget support removed again in 2014, and the ability to swipe directly to the camera. Notification power controls, quick settings, daydream, screensavers, showing information when idle or docked, later renamed to screensaver. Following the launch of the unrelated Google Daydream VR platform 2016, multiplied user accounts, tablets only, written Bluetooth stack, switching from Bluetooth.com open source to Blue Droid, allowing improved support for multiple displays and wireless display Metacast. Native right to left, always on VPN and application verification. No NFC stack started at the same time. Accessibility improvements. Triple tap to magnify the entire screen. Pan and zoom with 2 fingers. Speech output in gesture mode. Navigation for blind users. New clock application with a bulletin board clock, stopwatch, and timer. All devices now use the same interface layout, previously adapted from the phones on 4.1 for smaller tablets with centered software buttons. The system bar at the top of the screen, and a home screen with a dock and centered application menu, regardless of screen size. Increased number of extended notifications and actionable notifications for more applications, allowing users to respond to certain notifications within the notification bar and without launching the application directly. Linux support. Premium SMS confirmation. Group messaging support. 4.2.1 posted. Fixed the bug on the people in the people application where December was not displayed on the date selector when adding an event to a contact. Added Bluetooth gamepads and joysticks as supported HTC human interface devices. 4.2.2 posted. Fixed Bluetooth audio streaming bugs. Unclassing the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth icons in quick settings. Now toggles the on/off state. No download notifications was now sorted and sent it an estimated time remaining for active downloads. No sign for wireless charging. And low body. New gallery application animation allows faster loading. USB debug wireless. Bug fixes and performance enhancements. 4.3 posted. Bluetooth low energy support. Bluetooth audio/video remote control profile. AVRCP 1.3 support. OpenGL ES 3.0 support. Allowing improved game graphics. Restricted access mode for new user profiles. File system performance improvement by running the fstrim command on our device as idle. It's idle. Dial-pad autocomplete in the phone application. Volume for incoming calls. Ringtone. And notification alerts is no longer adjustable separately. Improvements to photo speed. With Void Camera UI, previously introduced on the Google Play Edition phones. Additional FAPOps. A fine-grained application permissions control system, hidden by default. Linux enabled by default. 4K resolution support. Numerous security updates, performance enhancements, and bug fixes. System-level support for geofencing and Wi-Fi scanning APIs. Background Wi-Fi location still runs even when the Wi-Fi is turned off. Developer logging and analyzing enhancements. Added support for 5 more languages. Aids digital rights management. DRM APIs. Right to left. RTL. Languages now supported. Clock in the status bar disappears if it is selected as a lock screen widget. Native emoji support. 4.3.1 posted bug fixes and small tricks for the Nexus 7 LTE. KitKat posted refreshed interface with white elements instead of blue. Clock no longer shows bold hours. All digits are thin. The H, M, and S markings for the stopwatch and time have been removed, leaving just the numbers. Ability for applications trigger chance in the navigation and status bar. Ability for applications to use immersive mode to keep the navigation and status bars hidden while maintaining user interaction. Action overflow menu buttons are always visible even on devices with a menu key, which was officially deprecated by Android 4.0. Write access disabled from user-installed applications on external storage, i.e. micro SD, except for their own directories inside Android flash data. Purging of app data directories and user storage, internal user storage in the micro SD upon uninstallation. Optimizations for performance on devices with low specifications, including ZRAM support and low RAM device API. Wireless printing capability. NFC host card emulation, enabling a device to replace smart cards. Web views are now based on the Chromium engine, purely parity with Chrome for Android 30. Expanded functionality for notifications listener services. Public API for developing and managing text messaging clients. Storage Access Framework. An API allowing apps to retrieve files in a consistent manner as part of the framework. A new system file picker allows users to access files from various sources, including those exposed by apps, such as online storage services. A new framework for UI transition, sensor banting, step detector, and counter APIs. Settings application now makes it possible to select the default text messaging and the home launcher application. Audio tunneling, audio monitoring, and loudness enhancer. Built-in screen decoding feature. Only for developers and use of ADB is required. Native Inferred Blazor API, Refined Boot, enforcing Linux expanded accessibility APIs and system level closed captioning settings. Android Runtime Art, introduced as a new experimental application time environment, not enabled by default as a replacement for the Dalvik virtual machine. Bluetooth Method Access Profile Map support. Disabled access to battery statistics by third application. Settings application no longer uses a multi-pane layout on devices with larger screens. Wi-Fi and mobile data activity, GX/RX, indicators are moved to quick settings. Disable text wrapping in the web view browser component. KitKat in December 5 posted better application compatibility for the experimental Android Runtime Art. Camera application now loads Google Plus photos instead of gallery when swiping away from the camera view. Lastiness improvements and bug fixes. In December 9, 2013, KitKat posted further security enhancement and bug fixes. Removal of the App Ops application permissions control system introduced in Android 4.3. June 2, 2014, KitKat posted refreshed the Download app interface, updated the Chromium-based web view to version 33. In casting to DevTools, HTML5 Canvas hardware performance improvements, vibration API, HTML5 volume validation, and an HTML5 data list. That's the latest improvements and bug fixes. June 19, 2014. KitKat posted CVE 2014-0224 fixed, eliminating an open SSL man in the middle vulnerability. Android 4.4W posted initial release of the Android Wear platform for smartwatches, the same as Android 4.4 KitKat, but with verbal extensions added. Android 4.4W.1 posted large updates for Google Maps, navigation, and alarms. Android 4.4W2 posted offline music playback, GPS support. Android 5.0 posted Android Runtime Art with ahead of time AOT accumulation and improved garbage collection GC. Replacing Dalvik that combines bytecode history with tracer time date completion. Support for 64-bit CPUs. OpenGL ES3.1 and Android Extension Pack AEB. Unsupported CPU configurations. Recent activity screens with tasks instead of applications. Up to a configured maximum of tasks per application. Vector drawables with scale without losing definition. Support for print previews. Material design, bringing a restyled user interface and ripple effect for buttons. Fast lock screen, no longer supporting widgets. The fast notification tray and quick settings pull down. Project Volta for battery life improvement. Settings can be performed within the system settings for quicker access to particular settings. It can provide shortcuts to application and notification settings. Guest logins and multiple accounts available on more devices such as phones. Audio input and output through USB devices. Third-party applications regain the ability to read and modify data located anywhere on external storage, such as on SD cards. However, those must be adapted to the storage access framework of Android API level 21 or higher. Printing an application screen or restricted user activity. Recently used applications are remembered even after restarting the device. Web will receive updates independently through Google Play for security reasons, instead of relying on the system-wide vendor updates. Addition of 50 new languages: Basque, Bengali, Burmese, Chinese, Hong Kong, Galician, Icelandic, Kannada, Kyrgyz, Macedonian, Malayalam, Marathi, Nepali, Sinhala, Tamil, and Telugu. Tap and Go allows users to quickly migrate to a new Android device using an NFC and Bluetooth to transfer Google account details, configuration settings, user data, and installed applications. A flash lifestyle is included, working on supported devices with camera flash. With a customizable priorities for application notifications. Lock feature. Selection. Voicing mode for all domains. Updated emoji. Improved accessibility support, e.g. switch access support. Block-based over-the-air, OTA. Updates for new devices. Task listing access disabled for third-party applications. 8.0.1 posted a few bug fixes, including resolving issues with video playback and password failures handling. 5.0.2 posted fixes a bug with trim support introduced in version 4.0, which prevented devices from running on certain file system locations. If all locations, if the device was turned off at midnight, or if it was certainly when in use. Changes how alarms wake up the CPU and how alarms compete for system resources. 5.1 posted improvements and bug fixes to the overview screen, ability to join Wi-Fi networks and control paired Bluetooth devices from quick settings, official support for multiple SIM cards, device protection, If the device is lost or stolen, it will remain locked until the owner signs to the Google account, even if the device is reset to factory settings. High definition voice calls. Available between compatible 4G LTE devices running Android 5.1. Improvements to the notification priority system to more closely replicate the split silent mode that was removed from Android 5.0. 5.1.1 posted various bug fixes. Native Wi-Fi calling support. Android 6.0 posted precluded random file manager package name com.android.com/UI accessible from store settings. The card mounted to storage rather than storage X is card with her hexadecimal serial number in place of the wild card the question marks. There's actual search on keyboard within apps. This is in those modes. So this is here. These while the screen is off. This is the battery life. As in my feature. Alphabetically accessible vertical application drawer. Application search bar and favorites. Native fingerprint reader. Direct feature for target specific saving between apps. The name priority to do not destroy mode. App linking for faster instinctive opening of links with corresponding locations. Larger application folders with multiple pages. Post-install/runtime permission request. USB-C demo mode feature for screenshot capture usage. Automatic full data backup and restore for apps. 4K display mode for apps. Adaptable external storage to behave like internal storage. MIDI support for musical instruments. Experimental multi-window feature. Support for actions by third-party apps in the text selection menu. App permissions now granted individually at runtime, not all or nothing at install time. So notes to app ops. Miracast support dropped. Many new accessible commands supported by Android and Linux cell. /bin//. No screen rotation during touch. 6.0.1 posted Unicode 7.0 and 8.0 are multi-support. Descriptions for USB connection options. Double press the power button to open the camera.